Welcome, Gemini. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. This is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. It is a love reading for the week of 3/2/2/3/9. It is posting a day late. Sorry. So this week. So let's see what's going on with our Geminis. Keep in mind, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates. Also, check out your other placements. And let's get started. I'm using the Somnia Tarot Illustrated Edition for the reading and the original version for clarifying. Current situation, please. High Priestess, past influence. Star, present influence. Eight of Swords, negative. Seven of Cups, positive. Page of Pentacles, what you don't see. Judgment, what to look for. Moon, unexpected. Queen of Cups, challenge. Tower, future influence. Page of Swords, outcome. Seven of Pentacles, and where does this lead? Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to leave it right there. The devil's at the bottom of the deck. The devil's in the details. No, the devil's at the bottom of the deck. I mean, there's a good chance that this is just a situation that you're pretty attached to. I get the feeling, too, that you might be looking at whether this is a healthy attachment or not. And you may know, but let's say you kind of know it's not. You're really kind of finding out why it should be. You know, it's almost like talking yourself into it or talking yourself out of it. But I do feel like, and this, keep in mind, the devil in a relationship I kind of look at it all ways. Like, there's some things that we're really attached to when it comes to relationships, and we're attached to some people sometimes in a really good way and sometimes in not such good a way. So a good attachment would be maybe where you really do uplift each other, and you don't feel whole without them, which is not always good because you need to feel whole regardless. But so that's not quite the way to put it, but where it is a good, like, together you're good. And also, to me, sometimes when I see the devil in a relationship, I'm thinking, the attachment comes from a past life attachment, and it's hard to get rid of those. Like, those are like really hard to cut away. They just are, like, because there is something pretty spiritual there as well, even if they're not the best for you. And then sometimes, I mean, so it's really hard. The devil attachments in relationships can be really hard. Now, there's some that are just bad, like, and you know what those are, and I don't have to go into those. I think you would know. So, but whatever this is, it's definitely about a pretty strong attachment you have. I almost feel like, though, too, like there is a feeling that you want to get out of it, and I'm looking at the cards, so I'm just kind of going to go through the cards, because right now, being in the High Priestess state, you're in a state of kind of going within yourself and checking yourself. Like, I got to trust myself. I know what I'm doing here. The star was in your past, so there was a feeling of very much like being at the height of a situation, relationship, even at the height of yourself, like where you're feeling in a really good place, but it doesn't feel so good now. And the Eight of Swords in your present influence is saying, you're just really kind of feeling stuck. And it feels to me that comes from that devil. Like, you're stuck. You can't get through this. You can't get out of whatever this is. And that's what I'm getting the feeling, that you're trying to move on. But because you're stuck, I feel like you're trying to really go deep with that High Priestess. The Seven of Cups is in your negative. I feel like you may be making bad choices here. So just I'm going to skip right over that, but I just feel like that's what's in the negative. I will clarify a little bit more. The Page of Pentacles, though, is in your positive, which is good because it's saying you can do the work. Page of Pentacles does a lot of work to reach their goals, and they don't stop until they do. So you have tenacity to do that, to reach your goals or do whatever it is you are feeling needs to be done with the situation to break free. It's just going to take the work, but you have it. Judgment is what you don't see. There is some kind of renewal happening in the background. We'll get more into that. I'll clarify that one as we move on. This position is usually referring to the environment or even the other person. The moon, though, and what to look for is you need more clear understanding of a situation. And the moon's asking you to get your head out of the sand and find out. Like if you look at the moon, he's coming out of the water. Like get your answers, look up, look around, ask, do whatever it takes to get those answers. The Queen of Cups is in your unexpected. So I do feel like there's going to be a feeling of whether it's love or nurturing coming in. And I feel like that will come in unexpectedly. We'll take a deeper look at that too. The Tower in your challenge is definitely a shift in energy. And sometimes towers are really good, especially when it comes to the devil. So think about this. When you have the tarot, you've got the devil, which is card 15. 15. The Tower is 16. Tower is breaking free from that devil energy, right? So this is the break, but it's going to be a challenge. So the challenge here is breaking free. That's why I keep saying you're trying to, but it's a struggle. Now, what's interesting though to me is the Star being in the past. The Star comes after the Tower. So I feel like it's kind of like a real shift back into maybe this person coming back around or making a comment or something coming back around. Or you're getting into your head here with the High Priestess, could be. The future influence is the Page of Swords. I do feel like there is knowledge coming in, and that's going to be some kind of aha moment. With the Seven of Pentacles being the outcome, there's a feeling to me that you will understand how much work needs to be done to reach your goals. And that's a good outcome, because once you know what you need to do, you can do it and have expectations that are proper. The Knight of Cups is coming in. So I said, what happens next? The Knight of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles. There is going to be some kind of offer coming in that is going to lead you to a new beginning. What is that new beginning? We'll take a closer look. So let's dig in a little bit. I'm not going to clarify every card, but this is what we got here. Because I think these cards speak for themselves as far as the High Priestess goes in your current situation. Understanding more about where you're at. I feel like the Star being in the past is something that you've kind of been looking for, wanting to hold on to. The Eight of Swords, you can't get past this. You can't get through that Devil card. You are feeling ultimately stuck. So this reading is really about that, like being about not being able to set yourself free. I want to clarify this Seven of Cups and see why this is in the negative. I feel like there's either an expectation that you don't have the right choices, or I feel like it's you not making the right choices. And I know that's kind of harsh, but sometimes that happens. Like sometimes we don't make good choices, and that's okay. That's how we learn. But I think it's coming up so that you think about your choices here. If you're not going to think about your choices and think like, okay, I've done some bad choices in the past. Why is that? What can I learn from that? It's not about being better or being perfect. It's about learning as we go. Did I drop that? Hold on one second. I'm going to pick that card up. Sorry, got it. So tell us more about this Seven of Cups and why is it, why is this negative? Oop. Interesting. But that was left on the tail. I dropped it. I don't know. I could go back and look, but I'm not going to. Because that means I have to stop the video. That's interesting. I'm going to leave that there because I find that interesting, because the Seven of Cups is also sitting in the spread. The Seven of Cups is right underneath the Star. But I'm still going to pull three cards. Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups, Four of Wands. So I feel like, what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the past? Or are you going to move forward to a new situation? I feel like you may think that I don't feel like there. I feel like you are looking at the past and making bad choices. This is exactly why I left it there, because it goes back to the bad choices. Because this is in the past now, and you're not feeling that you have that star energy anymore. And the Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups, Four of Wands. There's something here too about um, other opportunities that you may not be seeing, and if you're not seeing those, then it's going to be really hard to make a good decision as well. But for some reason, it's in the negative, so that's saying that they're getting in your way. There's some choices that you need to really think about before you make them. The Page of Pentacles, I don't need to clarify that. In your strength, I think that's pretty, I think it's about tenacity, understanding. This is an understanding card that you have the will to do this, that you can put in the work to discover or learn what you need to learn. Between the moon is right underneath this card, and it's saying you need to look for the truth as well. And with the Page of Swords being in the future influence, it's about the truth, something coming to light, aha moments, all of those things. So I really feel like there's a search that absolutely has to be done, and that you can do it, and you need to understand that, especially with that moon there. We've got the Judgment and what you don't see. Again, this card is usually about the other person or about environment. But the Judgment is all about renewal, rebirth, kind of regrowth. It reminds me of the Phoenix, where you're kind of like, okay, this is starting over again, and I'm going to be different. I'm going to do this differently. I don't know if this is the other person or what. Let's take a look. What is the Judgment here and what we don't see? Five of Coins. That's a new path to a relationship. Yeah. So the other person, and this could be you. And actually, I want to say, I think it's you, because the Five of Pentacles, I look at a lot as finding new ways to do something, because the old ways didn't work. And the Ten of Pentacles is a really good relationship, and the Two of Cups is a relationship. And this Judgment is saying, you've done things the same way all of the time. Look for doing things different. Understand that you can't change, you can't grow if you keep doing things the same way over and over again. And I feel like that's what you don't see right now, is that doing the same things keeps putting you back into the same position. So understand that you may need to take a different look at how to do something. Grab these cards, put them in the wrong place there, I'll tell you what. Okay, so then we have the moon, and this is finding answers. That's all this is. It's saying, you know what, get clear on what you need to do, get clear on how you're going to do it. Just, allow yourself to really find some clarity here, knowledge, learning things. And I think it's going to be really important. The Queen of Cups is in your unexpected. I do feel like there is some kind of feeling of emotional growth here with that. She's watering the plants. And plus, this is an emotional card. So I do feel like there is emotional growth happening here. And I think that you're going to start seeing that. Tell me more about this Queen of Cups. King of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Hangman. Again, looking at things differently, taking a different look at things. The old ways weren't working. The Hangman. But I do feel like that's what you're seeing here. And the Queen of Cups you're in a different, you're seeing things, you're seeing this King of Cups in a different light now, because you're doing self-reflecting. And when you start doing that self-reflecting, that's why this is coming in unexpectedly, because you don't expect even yourself to find those answers. You really don't. You just don't. You have the Tower and the Challenge. The Tower to me is like the complete shift in energy. Also keep in mind the Tower comes in when we're not doing anything about it. Stalemate here, the Devil, we're stuck, we're attached to something that we're not letting go of. The Tower comes in to break that attachment. And then it leads to the Star, the ultimate hope. And when we look at things that way, if we have an attachment that's not good for us, sometimes that Tower needs to happen. And that Tower is usually fate saying, you need this to happen. However, this is a challenge. So I feel like either you're not allowing these changes to come in, or you're ignoring them, or even when they're bright as day and looking you in the face and saying, nope, you're going to stay with this person or stay with this attachment forever, until you can make this change. It might be that you need to make the change. Tell me more about the Tower, please. Yep, Five of Pentacles. Find a new way. Find balance. King of Wands. That I feel like that says it all. I really do. If you really want to learn more about yourself, finding passion, the King of Wands is looking at that Temperance and the Five of Pentacles. You have to make the change. This is on you. New ways. You've got to find new ways, or you're just going to be doing the same old thing. The Temperance, though, is about keeping things balanced emotionally. So the best way to make those changes is try to separate yourself a little bit emotionally, even though that's hard to do. And when I say that, I mean, don't go in with any kind of preconception. I'm going to do this differently. That's it. That's all. I'm no preconceptions. I'm just doing this differently. I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it in a different way and to get hopefully to a different answer. We have the Page of Swords in your future influence. Now, to me, I feel like this is you learning something here, because the Page of Swords, a lot of times when I see it, I think of a light going on, an aha moment that's really important. So tell me about this Page of Swords. Yep, Queen of Swords. That's another aha moment to me too. Queen of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. The work, man. You got to do the work. I feel like there is work that's being done here with the Page of Pentacles at the end of this clarifying. The Queen of Swords is finding those answers. The Three of Pentacles is putting it all together, and that's the aha moment. And you're going to learn something. I'm not getting what you're going to learn. However, what I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles being at the end of the reading as the outcome, I feel like this is also saying at this point you understand what to do next, because the Seven of Pentacles, I think a lot as a crop, and it takes the work. You got to do the work. And when it's time, right, for the crop to to harvest, how much fruit are you getting out of it? Was it worth it? How much are you getting out of it? I put this kind of work in, and this is what my answers are. This is what I'm getting out of it. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to put everything together here. Is like, this is the work I've put in, and this is what I'm getting out of it. And I feel like that leads you to know where to go next. I'm going to pull a clarifier, because what we've got is the Knight of Cups after. So where does this lead? It leads to the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is you. Like you going, I've got this in a journey in your heart to understand what new opportunities that are out there that you can grab hold of. Because to me, once you understand what the work is, you can go after the Knight of Cups, what you want, the Ace of Pentacles. So that it's setting the tone here. And I like that it's leaning that way. I'm going to actually just clarify the Ace of Pentacles, because I feel like that Knight of Cups is your action. Action towards something new and different. Action towards something that will sustain you. Something new that will keep you sustained. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. Page of Wands message, Six of Cups from the past, Three of Pentacles, working together. Yeah, there's a collaboration here. So I feel like you're going to get this new opportunity does come from a message, and it comes from something from the past, but it has to do with your search. So when you take that Knight of Cups attitude, you're on a search to fulfill your heart, your dreams, your wishes, your desires, and it's that deeper state of emotion. And the Page of Wands is definitely a message. There is something that feels like the past, either someone from the past is going to give you a message. This Three of Pentacles is fulfilling that. Fulfilling the circle, completing the circle. I think of the Three of Pentacles as collaboration, but it always has three really different types of people to complete a project. And when you have these different skill sets, you can do a better job. This, to me, that's why I say in this case, I feel like it's completing the circle. This new opportunity is going to allow you to really feel complete, period. Like that's it. Like you're just going to feel more complete. And I feel like it comes because you've recognized so much going into this. This is going to be kind of, so overall, this is going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. Where this leads, you may not see the opportunity for a month or maybe even two, because this is where this leads. This energy in the middle is the overall week, what's happening this week. And what is our advice for Gemini? Four of Swords. Like, stay still. Don't do anything too fast, too rash. Understand what healing needs to happen. Understand, what you need to heal. If you've healed, how much time you need. Has the other person healed? Even if there's no healing necessarily needed, it's the rest time. In other words, don't go balls to the wall. Like, take your time. Understand what you're doing as you're doing it. Again, doing something differently. There's something big here in this reading that says you absolutely have to handle this differently than you've been handling things in the past. If you really want to succeed and get good outcomes, take a look at how you've handled things, and is there a different way to do that? And once you do that, that's when the discoveries start happening, because you're allowing yourself to open up to new ideas, new ways to do things. So there you have it. Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Take care. Have a beautiful day.